I used to sing in a band. I lived a lot of my life in bars, and came a way of life to me to work hard and play hard. So I had my work self and my weekend self, and they were two different people, one of them a monster. January 8th of last year, Jason was preaching a sermon about starve your distractions and feed your focus. He was asking directly, like, what is your distraction that's keeping you from God? I knew immediately what mine was. My wife knew what it was. My house church pastor knew what it was, but not many more people than that. I had one thing that I was holding back. I had been doing so good, meeting new people, house church and church project, and all sorts of things going on in my life, but that one thing I wasn't letting go. He asked us that night to share your distraction with the person next to you, and they would share yours, and you would pray together. And I thought, I'm fine with that. My wife knows my deal. But then Jason said, but not to the person that came with you. So I turned to my right because I was sitting on the end of the aisle, and I looked down there and I see this man, and I knew that was my guy, and we made eye contact, and as I started to approach him, my mind was screaming, don't say drinking, don't say drinking. Think of something else, think of something else. And as I approached him, I think I just blurted out drinking because I knew I had to get it out, and I think it might have been God just putting the words in my mouth. And the man kind of startled, put his hand out and said, hi, I'm Shannon. I said, I'm Chris. He said, tell me about your drinking. And I said, well, I'm a binge drinker. I said, if I drink one beer, I drink 24. If I drink a shot of whiskey, I drink an entire bottle. If I drink a glass of wine, I drink 2 or 3 bottles. And that was really what I was drinking. So this man told me, have you ever been to a meeting? And I said, I'm not an alcoholic. I go to work every day. I don't drink during the week. Don't drink the day before I return to work. This man looked at me, and when I said, no, I'm not an alcoholic, he said, yes, you are. And I thought, you don't know who I am. And he put his hand on his heart, and he told me, Chris, I'm an alcoholic, 25 years sober. And I lost my breath for a moment, and I thought, God put you here in front of me. God put you in the seat. He put these words in Jason's mouth. He put this burden on my heart here tonight, and he lined all this up for me to be here with you. And he said, absolutely, he did. He was not gonna let me leave that night without having at least information about a meeting, but we exchanged phone numbers. He told me about several meetings. I wound up the very next day going down the strip center, and there's a AA meeting there. I walked in to there. They gave me my book and my coin and told them I was new. They asked me if I wanted to speak, and they said, new people don't have to speak, but that's completely up to you. And I said, absolutely, I want to speak, because I had God leading me this way. I came home, and I put that book on my dresser, and I put that coin right by my mirror where I get dressed every morning. And I just fell to my knees, and I said, God, I can't do this without you. I need you with me. And God has walked with me. Church Project has changed my life. I think a lot of my house church, they were so loving and so welcoming, like Church Project always is. I even asked my wife, why haven't you ever talked to me about this before? And she said, well, I prayed about it, and I was waiting on God to get you. So God got me that night. Last week, first Wednesday a year later, we're in the same, almost in the same chairs. He's sitting right across the row from me, and he looked at me with that smile and said, "Chris, you don't have any bombs you want to drop on me tonight?" And I said, "No, I don't, brother. Because of you, my life is beautiful."